Iran issued a chilling warning after its supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was assassinated in the U.S. and Israeli strike early on February 28th. In an official statement, the Iranian armed forces declared that those responsible for Khamenei's killing will face severe consequences. The Iranian military described the attack on the nation's leadership as a grave act of aggression. It further said the assault would be met with a full and decisive response, and the aggressor would be punished at all costs. Officials stressed that Iran would take every necessary step to defend its sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national security. The statement comes after Iranian state media confirmed that Ayatollah Khamenei was killed in American and Israeli strikes. According to reports, the 86-year-old was targeted in his office. Shocked by the death, Iranian authorities declared a 7-day public holiday across the country and announced 40 days of national mourning. State media described his death as a martyrdom and said funeral arrangements and official ceremonies would be held nationwide. The situation has sharply increased tensions in the region, with fears of further escalation as Iran signals that a response is imminent. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, also responded to Khamenei's death, saying, "We have lost a great leader and we mourn him." According to IRGC statement carried by Fars news agency, it added that Khamenei's martyrdom at hands of the most vicious terrorists and executioners of humanity is a sign of the legitimacy of this great leader and the acceptance of his sincere services. The IRGC also said that the Iranian nation's hand of revenge will not let them go. The IRGC will stand firm in confronting domestic and foreign conspiracies, the statement said. The assassination of Khamenei may leave Tehran facing an uncertain future. With no clear successor and rising threats of retaliation, the crisis risks spiraling into a long and dangerous conflict. Meanwhile, during a live broadcast, Iran's press TV anchor, Maryam Ozerchair, broke down on air while announcing the death of Khamenei. She said, "A revenge is coming, and we'll see what they have done."
He was a tireless champion, a steadfast voice for the voiceless, standing resolutely for the innocent children of Palestine. He was equally devoted, a fierce advocate for the vulnerable children of Lebanon. Today, the profound sorrow of his passing will be felt most deeply by the countless orphans across the entire world, just as centuries ago, the orphans of his time wept and mourned the martyrdom of our beloved Imam Ali, peace be upon him. On this very day, the true devils of our world, those who sow discord and destruction, will surely celebrate, along with every single person they have cunningly managed to manipulate and brainwash. But this is not over. Donald Trump is going to be forced to pay a truly extraordinary and unprecedented price, a consequence that has never been exacted from any American president in the entire course of our nation's history, a price that has never been paid by any Zionist throughout the ages, and certainly not by any criminal in all of recorded time. Donald Trump will soon witness the consequences because retribution is approaching rapidly. Yes, revenge is indeed coming, and it's coming very soon. It will pursue Trump himself and every single individual who played a part in facilitating this heinous assassination. He and they will ultimately face the gravest repercussions. And it's not only by the millions of Iranians who have long been a part of this struggle, it's not only by the millions in other resistance countries who have always stood firm, it's also by those who have more recently and courageously joined the resistance movement. By the Americans, by the Europeans who have seen the truth and now choose to stand with us. Consider the steadfast resistance shown by Imam Khomeini against the forces of Zionism. This became apparent only after a considerable period, following many years during which he was unfairly accused of being fundamentally anti-Western, often with very little justification. Furthermore, he was criticized for his pronouncements like "down with Israel," which many claimed were uttered without any valid cause or provocation. But he was the undeniable force, the very embodiment of power, that the downtrodden and oppressed from every corner of the world would converge upon his location, would gather at his very address, and with a profound sense of honor, with immense pride and an unyielding display of power, they would boldly declare, "Down with the USA." down with Israel. And now the global community, the people of the world, have come to fully realize today, every single person across the entire globe who truly comprehends what true justice means and who deeply understands the true nature of what Zionism truly represents will inevitably raise their collective voices and loudly declare, down with USA.
Down with Israel, down with the oppressive Zionist regime. This is a day of reckoning, and this struggle will not end, and it will not end well or pretty for Trump. They will surely see the consequences of what they have done.
They will surely witness the dire consequences of their aggression and violence, and the revered leader Imam Khamenei will be remembered throughout history.
The great nation of Iran, the lofty spirit of the esteemed leader of the great nation of Iran and the vanguard of the Islamic Ummah, His Holiness Imam Khamenei, has, by partaking of the sweet nectar of martyrdom in the blessed month of Ramadan, ascended to the highest celestial realms.
Shockwaves rip through Iran as state television announces the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in American-Israeli strike over the weekend. Hours earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump had confirmed that Khamenei had been killed in a joint U.S.-Israel strike on multiple Iranian targets, escalating an already explosive confrontation. Iran's Fars news agency, affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, reported that Khamenei's daughter, son-in-law, and grandchild were also killed in the strikes, citing informed sources. It adds that one daughter-in-law may have died as well, though earlier reports of family casualties had been denied, adding layers of confusion and contradiction. Meanwhile, intelligence and military sources tell CBS News that nearly 40 senior Iranian officials may have perished in the coordinated attacks, including the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps commander and the defense minister. It remains unclear whether the strikes targeted a single location or multiple high-value sites across the country. As Iran reels from the reported decapitation of its leadership, uncertainty grips the region. Iran has been unleashing missiles and drones all across the Middle East since yesterday, targeting Gulf states that host American forces, including air and naval bases.
For 47 years, the Ayatollah's regime has been shouting, "Death to Israel, death to America." It has shed our blood, it has murdered many Americans, and it has massacred its own people. Today, everyone understands this murderous terror regime must not acquire nuclear weapons, which would allow it to threaten our existence and the peace of all humanity. We have entered this battle to fundamentally change this situation, to put an end to this threat. This morning, in a powerful and decisive surprise attack, we successfully destroyed the compound of dictator Khamenei, situated deep within the heart of Tehran. For 3.5 decades, this cruel dictator unleashed terror across the world, impoverished his own people, and constantly, relentlessly worked on his plan for the destruction of Israel. That plan is now gone, and there are many indications that this dictator is also no more.